Hey there! So, I'm back again, and this time we are going to the fourth step. The fourth step is about play. It's one of my favorite part of creative thinking. Who doesn't like to play? When was the last time you played? Oh, wait, hold on. What is it that we are playing here? So, basically, playing is a form of discipline. Well, I know I wrote something like that there, but does it involve discipline? Well, I don't know. But I know play is about exploring. Um, it's about manipulating things, having fun with it. Playing does elicit fun kind of feeling. It makes you happy. It makes you excited. It sort of brings out all this emotion, and it's so imaginative. It really makes you um, it makes you imagine a lot of things. um, you could share your experience. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to make little bow and arrows using matchsticks. Have you ever tried something like that? I mean, those days we never had fancy toys, but you know, you could make something like that. But once in a while I do this as well. I have this, oops, I got this, oh boy. Oh, well, I've got this toy. And playing with toys like this, it does brings out not just the child in you, but it just gives you some kind of exhilaration, a feeling of exhilaration. It's like adrenaline rush, so you just like, yeah, I've got a gun, and I want to go there and plan my move, and see who's hiding behind that, and then just bang, just shoot them. Yeah, it's a shoot 'em up game, but there's so many other kinds of games. There's board games, there's snakes and ladders, and there's all kinds of stuff. But the thing is, how does play really work? Yeah, have you really thought about that? And in this step, playing is very vast, and it is really about trying to go and have and participate in the act of imagination in reality, literally. Like let's just say, if you have like an action figure. You've got an action figure, and you know you could say, all right, I am this character and this is what I do. And you could have your action figure strategically placed here, and then you can roll the dice and see where your action figure goes. So you could think about things like that. You could create a sense of competition, a sense of achievement when you are playing. Um, Playing is about gamification. You gaming is a very important aspect of competition. So in gaming, it mirrors your everyday life, your everyday journey. Gaming is about that. Gaming is about trying to manipulate your way around the dilemmas, trying to go around the obstacles, trying to see if you could defeat the boss, or the antagonist of the story, or trying to see if you could work around it. Sometimes some games require you to have negotiations. So play is a very interesting thing. You could go on and on about this. You can go much further. So give this a try. Now look at the activity down there, and you could actually do some interactive game. Want to play a game with me? Okay, now this game is about storytelling. Now if you click on this module, this storytelling is how it works. Now the goal is to see how far you can go with your imagination, alright? There is only one rule to this. Do not be influenced with what you already know. Try to be as original as you can. Now make sure you continue the story from the last sentence that I used. Let's play around with this. There's no preemptive plan or anything about that. I'm just gonna go right there. I'm just gonna just say it. The sunlight was shining in between the trees as Mary walked along the path towards the river. She walked happily while carrying a basket full of clothes. Then all of the sudden, ... What happened? So why don't you just continue that story and I could respond to that. Now, if you all are slow in responding, I will continue, but you can just feel free to continue as well. So please try to respond as much as you can for this module. Let's see what is the best short story you can come up with. Or it could be a really tiny story. But nevertheless, it's nice to play around with something, just using your imagination and not worrying about what's out there, but just go with the flow, so give it a try. So I'll see you again. Bye.